Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another review. This is a review of the first in this trilogy. I haven't seen the sequels yet, so I'm not going to be reviewing those anytime soon, but I can review the first one. I saw this a long time ago on VHS, and that is the original Men in Black, Mr. Jones and Mr. Smith. What can I say that hasn't been said about this movie? It's one of the best 90s films of the late 90s, a sci-fi action comedy at its best. Really good special effects of these practical and CGI creatures, aliens. Just look, it looks really freaking good. I mean, at least these films didn't suffer the same thing as the Independence Day sequel, because at least this one had two sequels, and there's going to be a supposed crossover with the 21 Jump Street franchise. Who knows if that gets made, but the first movie is really, really good. I mean, these two have amazing chemistry, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. No one expected it because they had not worked with each other previously in any films. And they had separate careers. Will Smith was doing his comedic thing in Bad Boys and in Independence Day and also in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And Tommy Lee Jones was mostly in the 90s playing either villains like in Under Siege or Batman Forever, or he was a lead in U.S. Marshals or The Fugitive, and they're both two really good actors. That's why this film works the way it does, and films like R.I.P.D. couldn't touch this. I also like Linda Fiorentino. I know she doesn't act anymore, but she was a beautiful actress. I miss her. You got Vincent D'Onofrio. He plays the alien roach that's inside of the Vincent D'Onofrio's body that eats a lot of sugar. You have Rip Torn. He's a really good actor. He's good here. And this Barry Sonnenfeld, he directed this. He also did Nine Lives last year. I'd rather see this than Nine Lives any day. It's funnier. It's got a better script. Who wrote this? Ed Solomon. Yeah, he did a good job. I never read the comic book this was based on. It's based on a Malibu comic. I never heard of the comic. I never saw the cartoon either. I saw glimpses of it with the with the aliens that like to drink coffee and the creatures. That alien that his head explodes and then it kind of like reemerges. There's a lot of stuff to this movie that really works. I mean, the special effects are fantastic. I think the CG still holds up. This movie's going to be 20 years old, and I could still watch it and be like, wow, this CG looks better than a lot of the CG we get today. And Barry Sonnenfeld did a good job directing this movie. It's a well-paced movie. It's um under 2 hours, I believe. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, so it's 98 minutes. It's not. It goes by quick. It doesn't feel like it takes forever. None of these films feel that way. I mean, I've doubted the sequels are 2 hours because they're not. I think the sequel's much longer. But the first one was a basic sci-fi action comedy that worked really well. Two really good leads, characters you care about, really good special effects, a story that was actually interesting, and how the Men in Black headquarters was a really cool location. They're basically intergalactic police that get rid of aliens that are uninhabited in the Earth, and it's cool. And even though I didn't love the film when it first came out in '97, I was 12, so I didn't get to see this in theaters. That was a crying shame. I should have saw this in theaters in 1997 because it would have been one of the best moments of my life. But I did see Independence Day before this, so I already was a fan of Will Smith. I've always liked him as an actor. I Robot and I Am Legend and his voice in Shark Tale. He was good in that. I liked his more dramatic stuff like The Pursuit of Happiness. Really good performance. He was one of the best things in Suicide Squad. There, I said it. He was the only actor I cared about in that movie. Tommy Lee Jones, a good dramatic actor that was nominated for an Oscar. The Fugitive, he's good. I like him in Batman Forever. Even as silly as he was, I like him. I like Volcano. I like U.S. Marshals. I think it's underrated. He does a lot of good work. He was in the first Captain America movie, which I also liked. So this movie already it still gets a lot of points for me. I still can enjoy it. It's still a well-made movie. There's no way you can remake this and make it as good as this because what worked the first time cannot work again in a reboot. It just won't because There's a reason the third one made a lot of money, because it was like 10 years after the second one, and people missed these characters. And even though they did the time travel thing, and it still kept the spirit of the first film. And I'm looking forward to seeing the sequels, because the first one was such a good movie, and I want to see these characters again. It's been way too long. I like the gadgets that they have, these guns, that little pea shooter thing, the neuralizer, whereas it just flashes people and they forget things. Awesome gadgets. It's like Inspector Gadget, or like the Bond films that they make gadgets. And this DVD has a ton of features. I can't wait to see any all of these things. This is the booklet. Awesome picture of these two. Love the suits. I think they're great. There's the director and then there's the actors. Look at Linda Ferrantino. Beautiful actress. There's Rip Torn. That guy is old. He's like 80 something, but he's still hanging in there. There's the alien bug thing that loves drinking coffee. In a way, this movie kind of reminded me of the first Ghostbusters, because instead of catching ghosts, they catch aliens. Look at that concept art. It's beautiful. Great stuff. And there it is. Yeah, so Men in Black is a really good movie. I haven't seen the film in a long time, but I remember watching it. It's very funny, really good effects, really good soundtrack, two great leads, a fun premise. It's under 2 hours, and they do so much with that running time. The little dog that talks right here, that pug, is very cute, and it talks, and it's a really good movie. It's a fun blockbuster, and I wish they would re-release this so I could go see it in the theater. 20 years later, they'll probably do like a 20th anniversary release in theaters. Who knows? I hope they do, like a Phantom Events. That'd be really good, and it's held up. It definitely did. 20 years later, and I still think this movie is really good. Problems? Well, there's some like aliens that speak another language that are not really needed in the film. There's some disgusting moments with the bugs, those roaches that appear. That's disgusting. I hate roaches. I think they're gross. But other than that, the CGI roach doesn't bother me. But the rest of it is solid, solid entertainment, and I would recommend it to any sci-fi action fan. And if you want a good laugh, watch this movie. Skip R.I.P.D. See this one. This did it better, and it's a good movie from the '90s. And for Black History Month, hey, Will Smith, that's as black as you're gonna get when it comes to films. But anyway, it's a good movie. I really enjoy Men in Black. And anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Liking, subscribing, commenting. I wanted to do a video. I haven't done a video. I've mostly been doing a few podcasts with my friends. I just did one tonight about the MCU Phase 2. You could check that out. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you later, and I will see you in the next video.